Hello, everyone. Daniel here. We don't normally report on news or things like that happen within the world of entertainment, really, or people passing stuff like that, unless it's somebody that I feel really touched our lives and my life in a very special way with their art, with their with their creations, whatever the case may be. In this case, unfortunately, I am very sad to report that Drew Struzan has passed away. So, in order to kind of honor the memory of Struzan and his work, I wanted to do a little video just to kind of celebrate his life. I feel like that hopefully is a respectful way to pay a little bit of just my I guess yeah, to pay my respects for somebody that has created so much and impacted so many lives with his art. So now, for those that may not be fully aware, Drew Struzan was an illustrator. You will probably have seen one of his movie posters somewhere, sometime around your life. Did a lot of really different creations for a lot of movies, not only blockbusters but also like B movies and stuff like that. He has multiple books and just very prolific and very much synonymous with a lot of these franchises when it came to poster design. I feel like nowadays poster design is one of the things that may be overlooked a little bit when it comes to putting things together. I know there's a lot of complaints of people, like these posters all kind of look the same, or like these posters are put together because of how contracts are structured. Like people have to appear certain sizes and like whatever the case may be. But looking at a Struzan poster really kind of takes you back. So as part of this video, to kind of, as I mentioned, just continue to kind of honor the work and the legacy and all the people that he touched with his work, I wanted to show you my five favorite posters, or at least five posters of Drew Struzan that really come to mind. Now, these are in no particular order, except for the last one. I will save my absolute favorite one for last. But man, he did so many cool things, like a lot of the Star Wars posters, Harry Potter, just that's just to name a few of the more recent things. But I mean, Indiana Jones, Blade Runner, E.T., like Shawshank Redemption, like any super cool movie, you can probably bet that at some point Struzan had something to do with it. And like I said, you have probably seen Drew Struzan poster or a movie or some piece of art in your lifetime, and you may not even know that that's the case. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the posters. I'll talk a little bit about the films and kind of why these posters kind of jump out at me. So the first one I want to talk about is this poster's for The Thing. Now, this is not a movie. So the poster for this film to me is a little bit more iconic than the movie itself. The movie's great. I've seen it. It's a fantastic horror film. It's not something I revisit a lot, uh, but this image is pretty iconic. I think the thing the thing about the movie that I feel makes it the most scary is that you don't really know what the thing is, right? It's There's that mystery of like what the heck is going on. And I think this poster really captures the imagery of that unknown. Uh you have something that appears to be human, but underneath we don't really know what's going on. Now obviously art is very much open to interpretation, but that's just kind of what this makes me feel. um like I said, I think movie posters nowadays don't really always take this much care. And then not to say that there aren't good movie posters out there. I think there are, but I feel like iconic names like Struzan does don't come around every day. So yeah, I really like this poster for The Thing. Like I said, it may be something that it may be my favorite part about The Thing. As much as The Thing, I think I like the film and I think it's great. Like I said, it's not something I revisit all the time. The next poster, this might be a little bit of a not a hot take, but maybe just not everyone favorite. Like the poster for Hellboy, I really, really love this poster by, from the arrangement of the characters, the figures up front. This is some of the first imagery that we really saw from the Hellboy film, right? Especially with some of the older movies, we didn't have all these trailers and TV spots and just like so many variants and posters. Nowadays we get posters for IMAX, for 3D, for the 4D, for like whatever. We get all these kinds of variant. We get international posters, which that's a whole other thing. I should really look more into some international artists. But as far as just Struzan, like I just really feel like he captured, especially the expressions of the characters, that specifically Hellboy himself. Ron Perlman's performance, I think, is really great. And this poster just kind of brings all that to life. We have these figures up front that we don't really know much about, so that's still unknown. We have the gigantic Hellboy arm, the big gun, the coat, like it just everything that I love about the character is right here. And I did get the posters with the name of the film, because you can find versions of a lot of these illustrations without anything else underneath. So, all right, the next one I want to talk about, I think this one, once again, another, probably this is definitely pretty iconic, iconic film. But I mean that to say that is like to say that George Struzan just worked on iconic films, like throughout his career. It's for Blade Runner. The coloring, I think, in this one is what really sells me on this. I love how the shift from the blue from one side all the way to the brighter colors on the other side. Of course, Harrison Ford in his iconic role, but just also everyone else. Like you really, there's so much detail as far as like the writing of the signs that you find throughout the streets of this world. Now, Blade Runner was also pretty iconic in introducing or really popularizing this kind of like cyberpunk aesthetic, right? There's one of the things that kind of really brought this to the mainstream. So we don't really get a lot of these posters with the neon lights and like I said, the rain, I think, really adds a lot to it. And I don't know, I feel like they always found a really cool way to make sure that the name of the film did not disrupt the art fully. You get so many characters here, but you can kind of also see the alignment of them. And then I think the ship at the top just really kind of brings everything together. So, from the coat, from the trench coat that Decker wears. So, yeah, I really, really love this poster as well. It's very cool. And I just think that Blade Runner is one of those films that the imagery of it sells you a lot on a lot of this like this stuff. It's very iconic, and it just really brings a lot to what this movie is going to be about, the feel, the vibes, and all that. All right, next, uh, the Back to the Future poster, Robert Zemeckis. I mean, just iconic design. Like this imagery has been, first of all, parodied like millions of times. Obviously, the subsequent posters also pay homage to the same image, so that's really cool. Um, but it has everything. It has the car, the streaks of fire, of course, Marty in his outfit from the 50s, the goggles. I think the DeLorean door being up is one of the coolest things. But also, you just kind of get all these other little details in the background. Yeah, I mean, Back to the Future, just one of the coolest posters that you will ever find. And like I said, all three of them, all three of the Back to the Future films have pretty iconic designs. So really, really cool. Now let's for the last one. Now this last one, it may not be, maybe it's not the one that he's most known for. It is a Star Wars poster, so I'll give you that. But just to me, this image for episode one, The Phantom Menace, it's kind of like ingrained in my head. This was at the time where I was choosing which movies I would go to the cinema for. Like this is in my teenage years, early teen. Um, Also, there was also not a lot of like it wasn't like trailers were popping out everywhere. You had to go to the movies to watch trailers for this kind of stuff. So we didn't have a lot of images. We didn't know what Star Wars was going to be about. I had never seen a Star Wars film before. So the fact that there was a kid up front and the droids and then you have these all these people, and then those looming eyes in the background from Darth Maul. Now, obviously, being a fan of the franchise and having seen this film over and over, it's very different, right? The emotions that a poster like this can bring up. But man, this one just, I don't know. To me, it just is it holds a very special place in my heart. So yeah, this is this is hopefully a nice way to, like I said, remember a person that has passed, and like I said, his work touched a lot of different lives. So what I want to do is ask you, if you're watching this video, what is your favorite poster or image, or have you ever met Drew Struzan? Like, he did a lot of conventions and a lot of different events where you could actually meet him. So that was really cool. Like, fans got a lot to, fans of his work got a lot of opportunities to maybe uh, thank him for his work or say hi, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, let me know your favorite poster. Let me know what else, if you have any original stuff. There's a lot of videos of him working on the posters. As a matter of fact, a little while ago, I think I posted a little short video of him working on one of these, if maybe this poster itself. I don't remember exactly which one he was working on, but it was one of the Star Wars posters. So there you have it. Thank you for all the work, Drew Struzan, and you will be missed. So, rest in peace.